This is how Jo shaped his body. But first we need to talk about his tense footwork. So, the key thing, Tsonga focus on understanding recovery positions. Tennis is a dynamic sport and players are constantly on the move. After hitting a shot, you need to quickly recover to a position that sets you up for your opponent's next shot. His drills help him develop a sixth sense for where he needs to be after each shot, whether he is at the baseline or approaching the net. This ability to recover effectively gives him an edge as he is able to maintain a strong defensive or offensive position depending on the situation. But it's not just about recovery, it's also about improving his tactical awareness. Tennis is like a mental chess, a match played at a high speed. Tsonga needs to anticipate his opponent's shots, plan his next move, and adjust his position accordingly. By honing his tactical awareness through movement drills, he became better at predicting where the ball will go and position himself to control the rally. It's a combination of reading his opponent's intentions and using his movement skill to gain an advantage. Tsonga playing style adds another layer of to where movements coverage drills are so essential for him. He is known for his offensive baseline style of play, where he takes control of the rallies from the back of the court. But what makes him even more unpredictable is his ability to mix things up. He's not afraid to rush to the net and finish points with volley or smashes. This attacking approach requires lightning fast move to transition from the baseline to the net smoothly. So here's where his exceptional court movement shines. Despite his height, Tsonga's movement around the court is remarkable, agile. His drills help him stay light on his feet and maintain balance even during quick directional changes. This versatility in his movement allows him to seamlessly switch between aggressive baseline rallies and charging the net, catching his opponents off guard. He also does running intervals. They involve alternating between periods of intense sprinting and recovery jogs. This type of training mimics the stop and go nature of tennis, where players often have to make a quick burst of speed, followed by moments of slow movement. By incorporating this interval into his training routine, Tsonga was able to build the kind of stamina and explosive power required to cover the court effectively throughout a match. The sprinting aspect of the interval honed his acceleration and speed, helping him to react swiftly to sudden changes in the direction of the ball. Quick reaction times were crucial in tennis, as they allow a player to reach shots that might otherwise seem out of reach. Tsonga's ability to accelerate rapidly gives him that edge, enabling him to cover more ground in less time. On the other hand, recovery jogs during the intervals simulate the period when players need to move around the court at a more controlled space to catch their breath while staying alert. This helps Tsonga maintain his endurance over long matches, preventing fatigue from affecting his footwork movement late in games or during intense rallies. So the combination of sprinting and recovery in these intense intervals also contributes to Tsonga's explosive power. Explosive power is what allows him to make those sudden directional changes. Explosive pushes off the ground to chase down shots and power first start after quick stops. This power translates into agility, which in turn affects his overall court coverage and positioning. So incorporating running intervals into his training regimen helps him reinforce the qualities that make his movement so effective on the court. His footwork became not only precise, but agile, but only enduring and explosive. Okay, now, his upper body workout. And let's start with the arm-weighted workouts in the pool. You might be wondering why he is doing his training in the water. Well, water offers a unique form of resistance. When you move through the water, your muscles have to work hard against the resistance it provides. It's like a built-in workout boost. Tsonga moves a weighted object in his arm while moving through the water. This added resistance not only helps him build strength, but also enhances his stroke mechanics. Imagine swinging your racket with added weight. When you take off those weights, your arm movement becomes lightning fast. The pull workout is also gentle on the joints, which is a big plus. Tennis players put a lot of stress on their joint during matches and intense practice sessions. The buoyancy of the water reduces the impact of the joints, making it a greater option for recovery and injury prevention. Plus, water workouts engage multiple muscle groups simultaneously, which helps improve overall coordination as an essential skill for the tennis court. Now, he also puts his focus on bench presses and dumbbell rows. These exercises might seem pretty standard, but they are staples in Tsonga's training for a reason. Tennis requires upper body strength for powerful serve and precise shots. Bench presses are excellent for targeting the chest, shoulders, and triceps, all of which are involved in serving. A stronger upper body means more power behind those serves and better control over his shots. But it's also just about building muscles mass. It's about building functional strength. Tennis players need explosive power for quick movements and dynamic shots. Bench presses were done with the right technique and proper resistance help improve that explosive strength. He incorporates variation in bench presses, a routine like incline and decline presses to target different parts of his chest and shoulders. Then he goes for dumbbell rows. These are fantastic for building a strong and stable back. A solid back is essential for maintaining proper posture on the court and generating power in his shots. And now, on his lower body, he focused with stationary biking. It's a fantastic way to work those legs muscles without putting excessive strain on his joints. Tsonga knows that his legs are the powerhouse behind his powerful shots on the tennis court, but he also needs to take care of them to avoid any necessary injuries. That's where stationary biking comes into play. It allows him to engage his legs, muscles, quads, hamstrings, and calves, while minimizing the impact of his knees and ankles. This low-impact approach helps him build strength and endurance without overloading his joints. He also adds running. He uses running to increase his cardiovascular fitness and specifically boost his leg endurance. As you know, tennis matches are very grueling, and he needs those legs to keep moving even during long rallies and tiebreakers. Now, central to Tsonga's forehand is his adoption of a compact and abbreviated swing motion. However, this compactness should not be misconstrued as a compromise on power. Quite the contrary, Tsonga's exactly harnesses entire body's kinetic chain to generate remarkable power within his confined motion. The strategic utilization of stretch-shortened cycle within his forearm muscles is his defined characteristics of Tsonga's forehand prowess. This psychological phenomenon entails the rapid contraction of the muscles following the preceding stretch, resulting in an augmented release of energy. He capitalizes on his biomechanical principle, effectively translating his muscular energy into the force behind his shots. And in terms of footwork and stance, Tsonga adaptiveness shines through his deliberate blend of semi-open and fully open stance. This judicious selection offers multifaceted benefit. The semi-open stance empowers Tsonga to harness rotational energy during the swing, thereby amplifying the rotational force exerted on the ball. Concurrently, the employment of a fully open stance permits the engagement of a linear force generated through his legs, which propels him towards the ball with impressive stiffness. Anyways, a new aspect of Tsonga forehand technique is his body synchronicity of the motion. As he initiates the swing, his upper body undertakes controlled rotation towards the net, underpinning the centrifugal energy inherent to powerful shots. Simultaneously, Tsonga exemplary aligning his gaze with the ball, maintaining visual contact throughout the swing. This strategic ahead position, commonly referred to the open stance, is pivotal. It mitigates the risk of prematurely losing sight of the ball, a factor that could lead to undesirable shot execution. And so, the dexterity which Tsonga adapts his racket position merit attention. Moving forward, Tsonga's backhand, he seemed to have found a grip that suits his style, enabling him to execute his shots with some consistency. His inside-out swing pattern is another positive aspect of his backhand. It allows him to interdict the ball across the court effectively, catching opponents off guard. However, there is a notable area where Tsonga backhand could use some enhancement power. When you look to someone like Jo-Wilfried, you see a remarkable amount of power and control on his backhand. The root of this difference, in my view, lies in Tsonga's lower body usage. Unlike Jo-Wilfried, who maximizes the energy transfer from his legs, Tsonga tends to rely a bit too much on his arm strength. This results in shots not packing the same punch. Furthermore, this upper body posture might be affecting his backhand protection. He seems to have a slight forward bend which could limit the rotational power and fluidity. To truly harness his backhand power, Tsonga could work on maintaining a more upright body posture during his stroke. As he anticipates a shot to his backhand side, he executes a split step to be ready for his opponent's hit. This split step helps him to stay light on his feet and react quickly to the incoming shot. Now, let's dive into his serve itself. Tsonga's serve motion is fluid and very definitely gets the key body position right. He could possibly serve even a bit little bigger if he could turn away from the target a bit more, creating more separation angle between his hips and shoulder. His serve is one of the fastest, strongest and most dominant shots, mixing both slice and speed, enabling him to win easier points such as an ace or 1-2 punch. Because of the action of his serve, which is dramatically abbreviated, he does very well to create as much power as he does. It tends with speed up to 237 km/h, equivalent to 147 amperes.